2, 3, 4, 5.
Woo! GM, GM.
Jim.
Well,
What's
it's
good?
very excited this week because we have like a special topic for alcohol. Everybody love drinks, and that is why we are in here. So we're happy to having all the amazing guests to our BoredIn's live space. So for kicking off the space, maybe Jason, will you mind to introduce what we BoredIn's doing, and also Blue Icy Queen can introduce update what me and you building as well, and then we can get the space started.
Yeah, I just feel the need to say I do like partaking, but please drink responsibly. But yes, thank you to all the guests and for all you viewers, whether live or later on. BoredIn is a sub community of apes building together. We have 170 kind of founders of MBA brands and products. And I think building sometimes can be lonely, and that's where as we build adjacent of each other on this IP from Bored Apes, it's really kind of proven value to me personally, and kind of seeing this community and group grow. And we're so happy to have each of you guys here and to be able to highlight just some of the products in relationship to alcohol. So I hope everyone learns something. I do every time from these weekly spaces as we kind of circle around different topics. And the last thing of note I'd say is we never try to exclude anyone, right? I think it's also very hard to keep up with all the different brands. I think Blue Ice Cream, you could probably say better than me, but I think it's now over 400 MBAs, right?
Yeah, that's correct. The bodega is growing, and just to take the baton, I'll pass it back to you, Jason. It is really difficult to always get everybody that we can on the spaces, or it would be hours long. So we're trying to make sure that we're, efficient with people's time and being creative with the spaces. Popple invites me each week to come and help bring some shine, some co-host. And I just love being here with the community. So I'm going to pass the baton back to you, Jason, to close it up.
Yeah, no, thank you. I think, so that being said, not meant to exclude anyone. Love to have anybody and everybody, and maybe that's just as a follow-up show. But I would encourage you, if you are a founder in MBA within the group, the best way is to reach out to whether Papa or myself or someone else that you know that's in it, to come into the group and be present and add value, right? So that way, when these topics come to mind, we can pull you guys in, right, as they come up. And they're every week, right? At least we're trying to do these every week. So maybe this time someone couldn't make it, and there's a future episode we'll circle back on the same category or topic.
Yeah,
thank you.
Well said. It's about engaging with each other, networking, creating a presence as a community member. We're all driving after the same thing, so let's support each other with the same ways. We've got an amazing lineup today. The showcase is unreal, all of these legends, so let's make it happen. Papa, let's steer the ship for me and Jason. Would you like us to move into intros?
Yeah, and I think that will be the best for kicking off the space. It's like everyone introduce themselves. So how about we start from SS? Yeah, and then SS Nate add the next person, and then we can start the committee news update as well.
Perfect.
All right. Hi everyone. Can everyone hear me right now?
You sound great.
All right, good. It's my first time joining the BoredIn live show. I thank you, Papa, giving me the chance to showcase our product. So yeah, we are. So our brand is called Walking Lounge, and then right now we focusing on craft beer, and then I think I meet most of you guys in Hong Kong, except maybe Blue Ice Cream and Jason. Oh yeah, Pope, yeah. But I'm gonna be in New York next month anyway. Yeah, so we shipped 10K beer for Ape Fest last year, and then we had amazing events out there. And then right now we're mainly selling our craft beer in mainland China, and then we also partner with different restaurant, shisha bar, stuff like that, and then to kind of sell our stuff. So I think that's just a brief introduction for me, and then yeah.
Welcome in XX. You sound great. It's nice to have you. Can we kick it off over
Thank
to
you.
Sailor Gary? Do you mind giving us an intro where you're at and what you're up to?
Yeah, good morning. Sailor Gary, for those who don't know me, making Spirit Punks. It's a portfolio of like Web3 inspired distilled spirits, kind of licensing, leverage, whatnot, you name it. Been building since in this meme distilled spirit space, in the Web3 distilled spirit space since 2021. We're probably known in this sector of the world most for our Bored vodka. We also have a Doge vodka, GM gin, GN gin, premium vodka, and some other fun stuff coming down the pipe. But yeah, here for it. Made by apes for 4/23/21.
Love that. Thank you for that sharing that number. And what's the significance of the number? I'm aware, but will you share?
Yeah, that's the mint date for the Bored Ape contract.
Love it. Look at you. All right, sounds good. Welcome aboard. Mutant Spear, would you mind popping up and sharing an intro?
Hi, hello. Well, I'm Natashana from the Mutants Beer team. You are all more used to hear about Tabarial. He's really the mind behind everything, but today he's at an event, so that's my turn. We are building Mutants Beer. It's a craft beer based in Spain, and we are currently distributing through Europe and hopefully much more places soon. It's a lager beer. And you can enjoy. And it's not very strong flavor, so and it's green. It makes super fun for sharing with people and at events and parties, and that's the big thing.
Sounds amazing. Sounds yummy. Thank you, Mutant Spear. Bad Teeth, you're up.
Yeah. So we started thinking about something to do with Bored Ape IP around November of 21, and had a relationship with a distillery in upstate New York and decided, hey, let's try alcohol. That should be easy. Obviously not, but really the 288 is about kind of exploring brand building and decentralized IP in the Web3 space. So we've launched a couple spirits products so far. We did a vodka that launched in August of 22, and we've launched a whiskey this year, actually end of last year. And we're just continuing to kind of figure out like what can we do with these sort of digitally verified physical collectibles, and how can we use that to prove provenance and create something special in the spirit space.
That sounds magical. I do see we got another face that pops up here. Sep Sauce, GM. Welcome.
GM, I'm so sorry everyone for missing introductions. We were having some internet problems over here.
No, you're not missing anything. We're just doing the quick introduction. So yeah, just please give yourself a little bit quick introductions.
Oh, okay. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sep Sauce. I'm the co-founder of Apevine. I've been in the space for a while now. Basically minted my apes. Love the IP. Love Web3. Love what we're doing with what we can do with authentication on the blockchain and everything like that. Apevine for us, it's more than just a wine. Like our wine is just our first template. But basically what we're going to be is a marketplace for authenticating rare wines that we partner with. Our first one is my favorite because it's got our ape on it and everything like that. But our next one's coming up. They're going to be only for members that can potentially sell the futures if they'd like to. And and everything is all on the blockchain with Provenance and everything like that. I just heard Bati talking about Provenance, so I'd love to hear what he was saying too. But yeah, that's basically the run of what we're doing with Apefine. We want our members to enjoy certain privileges like going to Lake Como and having parties with us and tasting new wines and kind of putting a higher end spin on a lot of Web3 products that I haven't seen really been done that often yet. But I think that we're kind of moving into that territory. So that's Apevine, and just coming right into it. So
Awesome.
So good morning, everyone.
Great intro. I hope our audience is thirsty. We've got lots of amazing things here. But yeah, let's share out that space link so we can get some more folks joining us.
Yeah, and thank you. So thank you so much, and Blue Queen's Icy Queen take over. So let's get our space starts. This week we have a couple community news update. This is very excited. I'm sure all of you already been joined the boy meetings, and it's just amazing. So many folks and so many familiar face, and I can see it again. It's just great to having a community update, and I'm hoping BAYC can be continued to doing that. Is everybody in the boy meeting update yesterday? 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yep.
I missed it, unfortunately. I'm gonna call myself out. But look forward to playing back.
Can we at the week called, because it's I remember it's in the Discord, but it's a very interesting topic. Jeff is sharing a lot of the interesting things in the futures, and everything is so excited.
Yeah, I try not to miss those.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the next community news updates, I just have to be share with everyone, because if you go to BoredIn Yachty Club's page, and you will see BoredIn just got features, and it's just so excited. It's been very honest to build with the community, and the best thing is just never build alone. And yeah, me and Jason just so happy to answer those questions, but at the same time, I do think this feature is not just me and Jason. This should be for everyone's member of the BoredIn. Thank you, and having you guys the best things we could build together. The next one to be update. It's the BAYC's Cancels 2024 team is a final release is update. Congratulations all the winners, and also feel like knowing them so well as well, and I'm very sure, so no matter what's coming in the 2024 will be the best, and I'm very looking forward to building together with everyone. The next update, I think everyone ready to have it update as well.
Sorry, just on the council one, I just want to, I know we've kind of congratulated the winners, but I also want to call out and say was super impressed and thankful for everyone that stepped up, right? Even if they didn't win, just absolute legends that kind of stepped up to run for it. And, I think that, these people, a lot of these people already bring value throughout the space, and hope they continue to do that, even though they might not have won this time. So I just think like it was from the other side of not running, for me, like almost anyone that won, because the pool of candidates were so good, I thought would be a win for the club.
Exactly. Well said. Yeah, I'm actually feel like I know them, each of them so well already. No matter who's winning, I'm happy to support. But at the same time, I do think happy to see to building together, but not just about the Pacific who is the special counsel. It's more about just like building together, continue to building together, and also get connect with the you guys the most exciting. So the next thing is the 10K TF update, and I think somebody's in here, XX also Betty could be speak for me, because I'm also one of the fan. I hold a GTAD, and I just got the PFP update as well. So yeah, Betty, will you mind to share a little bit, and XX, you are the OG.
Sure. So the Grail launched last Thursday. It's been a long-term process, but we worked super hard on putting together a collection that kind of integrated the community and the storytelling we've done so far, and sets us up for moving forward to the other side and beyond. So was excited to share this amazing art that we've been working on for the past, since I started at Yuga in September, and they were going for like nearly a year before that. It's been really a labor of love. And get yourself a Grailed if you don't have one yet. They're going to be. It's a collection that I think that's going to continue to grow on people as they delve deeper into the traits and the art and the stories that are coming. So
yeah, the story is amazing.
Excited for everybody to see it. Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, XX, would you like to say something? You're definitely one of the OG.
Yeah, sure. I'm so excited that the 10KTF actually review the GTech PFP, and then I don't know if Baptiste remember. Actually, we were in the community events last year. It's around May, I think. We were in the same table. We were talking about what's going on and everything about GTechs, and then finally we got the review, and then really like the artwork, everything, and also as Baptiste mentioned about the story behind it. It's really fascinating, and then we're just gonna keep this speculation, and then hope you guys grab a grill. Yeah, that's it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I remember hanging with you at the Grunch. I think in New York was maybe the first time we met, but
yeah, that was the first time. Yeah,
it's really nice to be able to work that hard on something like as a team effort, and then have the community like kind of overwhelmingly appreciate the art that came out of what was created. So check them out on Magic Eden, the Grailed.
Yeah, exactly. So also I very excited to have being to share the open page, because they just update the 10K the page of the 10K TF, and yeah, if you have an asset, if you hold the PFP, and you will be able to also having your social page with your PFP in there. Just so it's very excited. Yeah, I will be we're looking for, is it also each character will be going to the other side, or any things maybe we can answer in here, and Betty, or if it's possible.
Yeah, so there's no specifics I can say about that, but the thing that's an interesting part of the collection is that each of the tiers and classes have an affinity with a different other side deed, and it's just an aesthetic thing that actually the other page highlights. So if you have a deed that matches your Grailed, you'll get a special badge on other page, and that's just part of their badging program that they got going. So I see the Jungle Origin aesthetic match badge there, which is super fun to work with the other page team. It's really, it reminded me a lot of like earlier when I got going in the space in kind of 21, and just building together with the community on something that's fun. And so that was another exciting part of the launch that we got going.
Thank you. Yeah, I am excited too, because I also have a page in there, and it's really can see more and more the community really working together. And yeah, we start the space. First, let's maybe let Blue Ice Queen to take over, because she wanted.
Hey, absolutely. Yeah, I can queue up the questions. Spirit Punks. Yes, our first time we met, was that at the Other Block in LA?
Was that the Other Block in LA? Yeah. Was that before the one in Miami? Because we were
Is it just me, or is your mic a little wonky? Anybody else getting that? Okay.
Yeah, the mic is a problem.
My mic is cutting out.
Yeah, you sound like you're talking to a fan. You know, when you're like, try to unplug it, or it's a little staticky. We got a second or two.
How about that?
There it is. Yeah.
Much better. Yeah,
Much
technology.
I just remember I was painting a mural, and you came over and gifted me a bunch of bottles that had a blue coda on them, and I ended up giving them to my team. So appreciate all of that. It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's kick it off with Spirit Punks. So why don't you tell us a little bit about when your brand was established and why did you choose those alcoholic beverages as your product? Why don't you run us down through some of
Yeah,
that?
so I'll give you a little like high level overhead. My background's actually physics. I was working with a colleague around 2009, 2013 at an applied physics lab. Some of the projects we were working on were in ethanol refinement. We helped develop some fun tech layers to help take out some of the impurities really well. Flash forward, we kind of ended up buying the guts of our old research lab. We launched a distillery in California in 2018. And then basically in around 2021, we started looking at what the long-term implications are of blockchain for consumer packaged goods. That led us to spin up a company basically looking to kind of create tooling for bridging and integration of blockchain into physical products. And then we decided to use our established vertical in the distilled spirit space to essentially showcase some of these tools that we'd been building. We put out our first consumable product, commercial product under that kind of Web3 company called Premium Vodka with NFTs on the back. We partnered with the Humane Society because we wanted to really, we didn't want to just try to generate a bunch of weird derivative art sales. Our floor price of our NFTs wasn't the end goal. We wanted to kind of showcase what use would look like. Those NFTs still get you access to a jazz and brew fest that the Humane Society holds up here in the Tahoe area every year. And they get you token gated discounts on a direct consumer site we built. Since then, we've spun out 4 or 5 other brands, half of which kind of showcase like IP leveraging, the other half showcase some other fun tools in the physical product space. Kind of in the process, we realized just exactly how potent like Web3 IP is. Obviously, I think we're all here for the same understanding, but what Yuga did and projects before it, to their credit, but what Yuga really exemplified, BoredIn exemplified is, people started to understand what distributed IP can be. And, a year and more before the Made by Apes protocol was orchestrated, which I think is an awesome move, obviously, but, you still had hundreds of builders, kind of leveraging this overlapping IP and kind of getting excited what the implications are for commerce.
Love your passion, love your enthusiasm. Your energy is magnetic. It's perfect for you. And the piece about the Humane Center, it's clutch. I know that you're doing that with the Doge vodka as well. Do you want to share a little bit about how that works when someone buys a bottle?
Yeah. So you're looking at how to kind of showcase the value propositions of the tech. So you want to integrate, hey, you're a vodka drinker. If I can cue you into a Humane Society donation that generates, 0 overhead royalties, maybe I've turned a normie onto the proposition of blockchain. My distillery partner and I are both like 10-year blockchain tech enthusiasts. So from just like the tech side of the world. And we were the people yelling at our friends and family at Thanksgiving about, Western Union and remittance and how this is going to be a financial revolution. And it wasn't really until NFTs came along, just from a technical standpoint, but then a cultural standpoint where the value proposition became, so much easier and easier and easier to explain, that all of a sudden, to us in 2024 here, it's abundantly obvious the value of blockchain. So we have a Premium Vodka partnered with the Humane Society. That brand is essentially sunsetted. We have a Doge vodka still in motion, partnered with the National ASPCA. That's sold in 2 formats. That's sold in a Founders Edition, which is only through our NFT. It comes with a velvet label that's like direct to consumer, and then we have it Party Edition, which is like the broad market retail kind of expansion. We have that in a handful of Total Wines and about 100 retailers, mostly in California. So yeah, there's the Party Edition on the right. The Founders Edition is over on the left. The tech we use is rather robust to make alcohol, so we end up winning a bunch of awards. Both our Bored vodka and our Doge vodka just got Wine Enthusiast Best Buy gold medals, which is great for marketing fuel in the big alcohol game. But yeah, we're here to build. We're here to build Web3 culture. We're apes. We're never leaving. So that's what it's about.
There we go. That I'm gonna trademark that. Never leaving.
And I also see have a special package on the billboard on the board.
What's that?
I also see the special packet is from Blue Ice Cream. It's on the BT. Yeah.
Yes, I spot the fanny.
Yeah. So this is funny. Like I think everyone was recognized the big the characters before even recognize the bottom, but after the bottom just like spread so fast because the designs are just so awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and yeah, so thank you so much for sharing. Blue Ice Cream, will you are you finished the question, or should we jump on the next person?
Yeah, let's jump into the next person. Just quick, Jason, NFT Hoarder, can you see the chat? We're pinging you in there in case you want to help us tag team some of this.
Yeah, let me jump on that.
Amazing. All right, let's bring up Seb Sauce.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Hey, yo.
What's up?
Yeah, I think Jason have some questions waiting for ask you.
Sure, Jason.
Yeah, no, I think similar kind of thread of questions. When was the brand established? Why do you choose alcohol? And where's kind of like your main geographic base?
So the brand was established probably about 2 years ago when I was talking to my friend who's basically a wine sommelier. And we were just talking about blockchain technology during the bull market. He was, of course, trying to get in on, flipping and how do I turn $300 into X amount of money? And I started telling him about the technology and why it's important and why digital authentication is going to be important in our future. And he comes from a wine country where authentication is super important for them too. And the way that they deal with a lot of the provenance is very archaic. So they're just, you get like a piece of paper with your wine, like written down and like a stamp. And so we started talking about use cases for NFT technology that can be used with purchasing wine, collecting art. So the more we started talking about that, the more we decided to become partners, when originally I was just going to make an ape vine rosé. And he has a villa in Lake Como, and he's got some partners that make a Barolo wine in Italy. So they're all interested in becoming a part of our kind of group. So we don't technically own a winery ourselves, but we partner with some of the craziest partners that we can find, so that if there's only like 100 of these bottles of wine, you're going to be able to mint one and claim it, or you can sell it later on the blockchain without ever claiming it. So the next person that buys it will know for 100% fact that it's coming direct from the factory. So that's kind of what started it all. And it's just been 2 years of us, trailblazing, trying to figure out the best way to do this, meeting with the best people in wine, and just continuously moving forward and drinking a lot of wine along the way.
Yeah, no, awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I mean, I think just love the art. I think it's a cool derivative and kind of how you've branded it. I think, didn't know the whole backstory, so definitely interesting to kind of learn more about that. And speaking to that, what have you found the most challenging with your approach, or just within kind of the industry?
The most challenging part for, I'm sure it's for all alcohol, but I'm just going to talk about wine. Most of the people that are willing to, that really want to collect wine that I've met so far, other than people like Gary Vee and stuff like that, they are not willing to understand new technology, especially like some of the winemakers. Somebody made the joke that, I wasn't getting emails back fast enough because, we're trying to trailblaze here. And somebody made the joke that we're emailing farmers basically because everyone's out on the field tasting grapes, so and a lot of our company has a lot to do with like new technology. We have an app like right here that reads all of the wine bottles. So getting all of the people that kind of control the greatest wine in the world to kind of fold over and become a part of this new Web3 technology, that has been a bit of a challenge. But luckily I have my partner who speaks more their language than I do. And then I'm kind of, on the DGen side, like speaking our language. So we're trying to translate the best way that we know how, and find a happy medium. Because on the other case, there's also, I don't see a lot of, I don't know how many Web3 people really appreciate a good rare wine either. So that is yet to be found. So that's one thing that we're constantly trying to solve.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned one of your partners, the IP and how you're using it. He what's his thoughts, and what are the kind of other people that are they all kind of Web3 native, or is it more of a foreign concept to them in terms of the IP?
It's very foreign to them. They kind of understand, I've done everything from like sitting them down and making them watch Ready Player One to kind of making them understand that digital items are physical, like if they can just wrap their head around that the provenance on the blockchain is enough to prove that this is a one of one, or it's a non-fungible token. It's not fungible. So it's amazing how many times I would have to explain that for them to kind of be like, okay, so I can't copy it. So one of the things that we do right now is that we, when you get your first wine, you can either claim it by burning that first NFT or not. And so that's kind of helping them understand the idea of, okay, so if you burn it, it's completely off the blockchain and it doesn't exist anymore. And so that means that it's claimed. So that there's only a certain amount of digital assets that represents the physical item left on the blockchain to be purchased. And I was like, that's right. Like, there we go. Now we're getting there. So that's kind of, that's been our challenges. And, but yeah, they're not native, but I wouldn't have it any other way because they're basically, I'm not very native to wine. So when they come in with saying like, hey, we got this great Barolo from Lake Como and the vintage is 1998, like I'm like, great, let's taste it. As long as it tastes good, I'm good. But they're getting some of the greatest wine in the world, and we're putting it behind this 8-pint bottle.
Cool. Sorry, I think I screwed up the cadence. So
No,
I'll
not
let
at
the
all.
experts bring it back. I got too
we
focused
want
in
to
on
hear
8-pint.
more. We want to hear more at once.
Yeah,
So
I just
yeah,
wanted to
it's-
dig in, and
Love
pop a
it.
bottle of wine and learn more.
you
Looks
probably
like you already
already
got
get
into it.
something already. Yeah, you already got into so much.
No.
So
no.
yeah, it's very exciting to see the whole process, and I really love the whole the original character design to deliver to something brand new, and it's very catchy. I'm actually have that the bottom of my hand when I'm hosting the global AFAS event. This is a very amazing pink bottle. I'm sure once you see it, you can like immediately you will love it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We decided to not stay with just the original artwork, just to kind of not hit it on the head so much, just in case that there are people that, right now, like we got a lot of ignorant people that are against the blockchain for one reason or the other. So, and we love our IP, so we're like, let's find a great artist, which is one thing that we want to do in the future as well. Like, let's find an artist that we really love, that can replicate what we're trying to do, without pigeonholing us to Web3 potentially. And so that was our concept behind that. Plus, I come from a background of art, so that's really like, it's kind of fun for me to kind of creative direct and get all that. So I mean, I'm excited for the next label because I always want to like do more artwork and continue doing the wine. So I'm almost more excited about the artwork than the wine.
Great. So next person, I do like to introduce my brothers XX, and welcome here to the space. And let's we start to interview him.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. XX, why don't you share with us your background and how you got started with your brand, and tell us a little bit more about why you chose those alcoholic beverages to kind of launch you off.
All right, so do you guys have any slides on the thing, or?
Yes, try to
Okay.
show.
Hey, but yeah, it doesn't really matter because so the first time I joined to the Web3 community was back in 2021 was the last. I mean, it was the last bull run, and then I really liked the space, and especially Bored Yacht Club, Mutant Yacht Club, and then after that, I was thinking about to really dig into this field. So that's why I try to do, because we will have a lot of ideas in our mind, but we don't really know what is the first product that we want to do. Actually, it's just because I'm actually not really a beer drinker, but I normally drink beers, but I'm not like professional in the part, not like you guys, professional in like some type of alcohol, But so we just want to choose like a medium, and then to onboarding people from Web2 to Web3, and then also to share the culture based on the product that we use, and then based on the IP that I put on the product. So you can see our brand name called Welcome Lounge. So we're actually gonna make a physical launch in Beijing, China, because that's where I live right now. And then so we're gonna have our physical launch set up in next year around Q2 to Q3, and then and then last year it was really a good opportunity for us to showcase our product in Hong Kong Egg Fest, and then I really appreciate everyone's support on the thing. So and then so we also not only the beer, so we're also gonna do some other product that we are currently working on. Basically, it's about fashion. It's about like t-shirt, snapback, socks, stuff like that. And then we wanted to just let more people to know about the culture of Web3, to appreciate the blockchain technology, to appreciate the authentication IP on the blockchain, stuff like that. And then that's what I'm currently working on. And
Well, you're definitely staying busy. Love the package design. That's my favorite color. I'm an artist, so I've got to call that out. And so, as an MBA participant, what makes your approach to incorporating your IP into your beverages unique? So, can you share a little bit about your design and how folks?
Oh yeah, because we actually we do have a story, like a story behind the beer. So but we're currently working on, so which is which is about like a cyberpunk um, world that we are trying to escape from the uh we're trying to escape from the I forgot the word how to say it. Just oh just we sorry um we are trying to escape from the virtual world to the reality. So that's what we're trying to do. And then we're having a whole storyline behind it, but we didn't reveal yet. We didn't reveal yet. So as the packaging is about like a cyberpunk um, jail that my mutant is the main character trying to escape from the virtual to the reality, and then to let more people know about him. That's what the whole idea behind it. So yeah, and then also after I back to China from New York, last year we uh, collab with Andy's race team, and then we have our first GT3 race game in China last year, and then it was really awesome. And then we think we got like number five. It was actually a solid record. And then yeah, and then also after these events, we also hold up some special events in Taiwan, and then there are people helping me out there. Shout out to Mayan, and who's also the MBA founder, and then he's doing his business about mutant t-shirt, like some t-shirt, or I think also snapbacks, hats like that in Taiwan. And then they have their they have wholesome marketplace in there, and then we bring our beer to his place, and then he help us to showcase everything, and then it was really cool. And then also we have partnered with some as I mentioned, we partner with some Chinese third party payment app. They're like, so we have the connection with different restaurants such as um, hot house restaurant, barbecues, and then also burger, fried chicken, stuff like that. That people are wild into drinking beer while they eat their food. So yeah, and then we also partner with some shisha bar, and then but we're also gonna have our own launch next year in Beijing. So yeah, that's it.
Well, we're happy to have you. You have a lot of collaborations in the works. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Amazing. Jason, I'm going to pass the baton over to you to call up the next speaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Mutant Bear, if you're available.
Yes.
Great. Would love to learn more. When did your brand get established, and to jump into it?
Yes, we started in May 2023, so we have been now less than a year, and the response from the community has been amazing. We were also at the bodega in Hong Kong, so we could be with all the apes, and the vibe was just mind blowing. As I said at the beginning, we are from Spain. So we started on Lisbon, which is close to where we are, and that was easy for us as our first public presentations. And we also love our neighborhoods, so that was the perfect place. And yeah, we love going to real live events and have that moment to chat with people. So we choose beer because we know it's a common drink in most countries, and that's the perfect match for those networking moments. And a lot of people like beer. It's one of the most common drinks worldwide, and that was the choice for us.
And you guys had experience with beer, or how do you choose that kind of product line?
We didn't have experience with beer. Tabarial, which is the man who has the idea that we have tech background, but we really enjoy having those moments with the community and talking after an event. So we really started onto real life events, and I think that's the thing we are going to continue doing, because of it's interesting to have at the end of the event at that moment to share experiences. And we see beer like the perfect ending for some events. So that, I think that's the reason we choose beer.
Yeah, no, great to know. And that's amazing, right? To not having experience and see the product kind of come to fruition as it has. So that's great. What maybe like from that, I think someone can learn from that being an MBA, what was the kind of challenge in learning that new product line?
For us, talking about the logistic, because we are in Europe, so a big challenge is the weight of the product. I'm sure other products have similar challenges because when you have to move beer to any other country, you have limitations about that affects price, volume, shipping, all that. So yeah, we are focused on Europe at the moment. We are also working for expanding to other zones in the future, but at the beginning that was a little bit of challenge. Even into Europe, we are close, but we have to move the product from one country to another. So I think that was a real challenge, and I think other thing is. Things are going so fast because we have started in less than a year and we have been over 60 events in our country and in others. So I think that's the timing. It's really a thing for us too.
Great, thank you.
Sorry,
And
I apologize. I was like showing the one screen before with the 2AAs. So yeah, it just have like some tag issue. My bad. But please continue. Yeah.
yeah, I think and anything else to share? Otherwise, I'm gonna pass it to Blue Ice Cream.
Yeah. Go on.
And anything else you wanted to share?
I think that you can go to our socials if you want to know more about our projects and what are we doing. And yeah, keep in touch.
Great, thank you. So I'll pass it to Blue Ice Cream
Yeah.
for 288. Bad Teeth.
Thank you. Mutant Spirit, pleasure to have you. Bad Teeth, so good to have you at the office and then here up close and personal. Love to see your face. I don't think I've actually ever seen it before. So surprise.
Surprise.
So why don't you kick us off with a little history? Why 288? Give us some of the story. And also, if you don't mind sharing some of your artistry, I know there's a storyline behind that.
Would love to. Yeah, so as I said before, like we really started 288 to explore decentralized IP and brand building opportunities in the Web3 space. Our goal is to kind of further streamline the process of sales, distribution, and delivery of spirits products through NFTs and utilize the blockchain and NFC technology to create enduring, trustless provenance for physical spirits collectibles. It's a mouthful, but at the end of the day, it's really just more about exploring the opportunities that this technology is providing, and leaning into what decentralized IP is. Like, I think that the opportunity for Made by Apes to continue to grow and support these businesses that are springing up around Bored Ape IP is a really interesting next step in the evolution of decentralized IP. And that's something that we're excited to explore together with all these people that are making amazing products and sort of love the IP and the passion of the space that brought us all together.
Why did you choose this specific beverage as your brand? Is there a story behind that?
So I was really, I had minted 10 KTF and was just a fan of the way that they approached the space. The amazing art and storytelling that they were doing it felt like a step up over just like, it felt like in my mind, it was the right way to approach building a brand because we have this opportunity to create kind of anything we want. Like traditional brands have to come up with their brand story and sort of stick to it. But because we have all this IP to work with, we can actually tell all these unique stories through the brand and help bring products to market in a way that's kind of fun and different. So that was a lot of what we were doing. And I had a relationship with a distillery in upstate New York that made an amazing farm to bottle potato vodka. And so that's where we started and really just kind of dug in on what it meant to distribute spirits products, which has been probably the biggest challenge for us as a whole. It's a highly regulated CPG product, and that means that you have a lot of rules to follow that you don't traditionally have. I come from other businesses in my past, and we didn't have to deal with any of those regulations. So I see Sailor smiling. I think we've all dealt with these challenges, and the way that I approach it, and this is a quote from a friend of mine named Paul Schmidt, but I'm not hindered by experience. And while that sounds like sort of a backhanded compliment, it actually frees you up to do things, I think, differently than someone who's come up in a certain industry and does things a certain way. We're all getting to approach these businesses in different ways and look for different solutions. So that's been part of the fun for me, is to learn a little bit more about what the space is, what's possible, and where we're headed in the future.
Amazing. Is there a place where folks can purchase your alcoholic beverages? Do you have like main sales locations, or like what's the best way for folks to get?
So we sell strictly through NFTs at this point, and so you can buy our whiskey is minting right now at 288spirits.com, and super limited edition. It's minting there. You can buy an NFT, and then once you do, you can redeem it for the physical when you choose, and you get to keep the NFT. You don't have to burn it. So that's really where our sales are happening right now. We're actually looking a little bit more into partnering with some retail establishments. We've been sponsoring a lot of events and just trying to continue to build the brand and really focus on making an outstanding product. And this year for us is more going to be about, okay, we've got the product, we're starting to understand how all this works. Like, how do we actually sell this? And that's the next part of the challenge for us, is like, we feel comfortable with what we're putting in the world. So now it's about getting more people to have a chance to taste it and actually own 288.
Absolutely. Cheers to that. Is there anything more that you want to share about 288?
I do have one more thing. We're actually going to put on just a little fun event at the Bamboo Club in Long Beach next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. So during NFTLA Outer Edge Week, anybody that wants to come through, especially MBA brands, we'd love to have you. And it's literally like the lowest lift possible. Come hang out, drink some drinks, and have a good time. It's an incredibly cool tiki bar in Long Beach. So it's got very Bored Ape Yacht Club vibes.
Yeah, that does sound like a vibe. I'm going to have to hop a flight, get on over there, Long Beach.
You should do it.
Love to see it. Well, thank you so much, Bad Teeth. It's a pleasure to see you here at 288.
Thank you.
Papa, I'm gonna pop on over.
We do the wrong way. We should never do the live show. We should just like take the plane and go interview everyone one by one, and that would be great.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So I do see some of the very great art in the in your collections, and are you the one design all of them, or somebody's in your team?
No, I can do a lot of things, but making good art is not my forte. I have 3 partners in the brand, and one of them is the artist. His name's Jeff McMillan. He's incredible. Like, I just am fascinated at his process and ability to bring the ideas that we have to life. So it's been really integral for us to do storytelling with someone that had that ability. And so having the artist as a partner, we also have someone who comes from the content creation side. So if you see our commercials and some of the other more long form work that we do, that's kind of his background. And then we have a person that sort of does the project management for us as a whole. And then we all, it's been a great group of people because we all have different set of skills that we bring to the table. And it's just been really fun to build this out. And we're looking forward to where we go this year.
Yeah, and it's very excited. So, and thank you. And let's go back to some of the guests, and Blue Ice Cream, we would like to handle that.
Yes, I would. Apologies, we orchestrated a little differently when we first launched off. We decided to ask a couple more questions. So I want to bring Sailor Gary back on the mic here because there's still a couple of things that I want to know about you. All right, let's bring it on. Tell us about where we can purchase your products and where your main sales locations are.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, we have a suite of different products. Bored, for the most part, is online direct to consumer. You can check it out on our kind of direct to consumer site, spiritpunks.myshopify.com. Top shelf wine and spirits, can get bottles into Europe now, and a lot of parts. The shipping is horrendous, so we're asking them to put together like 6-packs. We have 6-packs on our site, and then our Doge is all over retailers in California, Rayleigh's, Bel Airs, Nob Hills, Total Wines, little by little, and then we have some other fun products coming out, but
that's what it takes. You just got to do 1 foot forward, 1 step at a time, go at your pace.
Yeah. And then the founders edition of Doge, you can only get through our NFT. And right now we're using that as a mechanism. If you wanted to get your ape on board vodka, we're prioritizing our Spirit Punk NFT holders. So that's kind of the next step in the process. And because unfortunately in our learning curve, we built a contract that has the contract price locked. They're 0.1 ETH, but we are giving 50 ape back, which is right around $100 for anybody who mints those in the next month. We're kind of moving on to our next gen of label printing as soon as we have step licenses in the queue. And so we'll be bringing on some more apes who have been hounding us for that.
Oh, that's exciting. Absolutely. Why don't you dig in a little bit deeper on your IP and some of the strategies that you're using? There's different NFTs per your bottles. So why don't you share?
Yeah, I mean, Bored Vodka features individual Yuga assets, either apes, mutants, codas, or Kennel Club. The first product we had Sailor Gary on the back of it. And then we obviously have the Doge vodka, which is, Dogecoin meme, GM gin, which is just a Web3 Twitter meme. But yeah, basically we want to feature community members on our products. We have the vertical to be able to do that. We want to, at first it was, we kind of went through our friends and said, hey, this is what we're doing. How do we, can we use your ape? There's not like an incredible value add to using like one ape versus the other ape, unless you're like doing a character build, which is a whole separate but very real value proposition. So, if somebody's talking to me and they're like, hey, you can use my ape, but I want $2,000 or $10,000 a year to do it. I'm not going to sell an incredible amount of more vodka doing that, unless, maybe I get Garga on for a second. But that said, so we basically want to work with apes to, provide as much value opportunities we can. We do token gated discounts. We gave every one of our original ape holders one of our NFTs, which gets you token gated discounts on our site, which is kind of where the value props are. But, as far as like, we want to offer the platform to as many people as possible. That's also like reasonable within our go-to-market strategies.
I've talked to you and worked with you, and I think, Sal Gary, Bored Vodka. I mean, I see these guys everywhere at every event, side events, Ape Fests. So just love it. I almost feel like it's just part of having an in real life event, having some kind of product out there that serves kind of the consumption. I do feel like, Papo just continues to say drink up, and I
get bored responsibly. That's all alcohol has some amount of things you don't want in your body.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of people
So
struggle with alcoholism. The last thing we want to
yeah,
do is, be convincing people who shouldn't be drinking to drink. But,
yeah.
if you are going to drink,
But yeah, yeah. I mean, the other side note is like I look at this group, and like you guys are like across the world in different places, and approaching it differently, and utilizing the technology or IP, and I think it's just awesome to see kind of like the differences and similarities here. So love it.
And then just one final question for Sailor Gary, if I can just tee this one off. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the challenges that you have with the regulations? I think there's a lot of people that are listening that would be very in tune with hearing how to kind of get through those challenges.
yeah, no, the regulatory space of alcohol is definitely what makes it the most challenging. We were a product sponsor for the last 8 Fest. We've sloughed products into every other 8 Fest so far. Cool little flex there, but no, it's compliance. It's every state. It's distribution. It's 3-tier. You're losing points on middlemen. It makes your revenue models thin, especially in any startup space. I mean, any brewery or any distillery is traditionally starting with 5 to 10 mil, to launch a brand, and you're dropping 5 to 10K a month into per city in marketing for a broad market campaign. That's different than luxury goods or different than direct to consumer goods. But, what Yuga did and what really the community did more so is really say, hey, we're gonna build this anyways. We're gonna build this IP. We're gonna have hundreds of builders around the world. We're gonna have thousands of builders around the world. And really, my community here, my Made by Apes community, is doing millions of dollars of marketing a week globally for everyone who's building. When I walk into bars in San Francisco or Los Angeles or New York, half of them say, and I walk up with a bottle of Bored, and I say, hey, I got this awesome vodka. Here's its credentials. Here's its price point. People are like, oh, I've heard of that vodka. And they maybe have, but, more likely they've heard of, some other project that one of these fantastic builders has shown them, or, they've seen it on an ape on the cover of Business Insider, or in some Benzaga articles slamming, saying NFTs are dead, or, you name it. And that's, one of the incredible values outside of blockchain, that's kind of emergent from blockchain, is the power of what community distributed IP really is. And I can't understate how early I actually still think we are, in this era. There hasn't been an IP build that's existed that's looked like this. And a lot, we're just getting started. We're just, you got Pudgy Penguins getting Pudgy toys into Walmart. You get Hero putting an ape on a shirt in Walmart. You got Snoop Dogg doing ice cream in Walmart. Like, those are incredible moves for Web3 and mean a lot for where this can go. But like, those are the beginning. Those are the low hanging fruit. Let's crush it. It's early.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that, because just watching how you've taken this brand and duplicated it with other NFTs, it is sharing and shining what our community is really about, and everybody on the stage. This is so awesome to see. Keep it up. I'm gonna pass it back to Popple. We're gonna remix and do a couple more questions.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So yeah, talk about global market. XX have been shared a lot about the strategy in South in Asia, and I know your bear, it's like going to be launched also in Taiwan and Hong Kong as well. So what's the strategy or challenge you've been faced to the different? I do like to want to deep dive a little bit what different the Asia market with the global market, and what's the strategy and challenge on that?
Okay, sure. Because I think my challenges is most of you guys' challenges. Like the logistic part is really our challenges, like, for sure. I mean, even though Taiwan and Hong Kong, they're pretty near to China, it doesn't matter. Like, because the beer is heavy, right? The alcohol is heavy, and then you need to have the temperature control, everything, stuff like that. And then because last time we shipped 10K beer to Hong Kong, it's really near, because Shenzhen, because we export from Shenzhen to Hong Kong, it's pretty near, right? It takes like 30 minutes, like a bus, and then but it costs us around how much is it? It's around 2.5K US dollar to ship, like include everything. It include everything, like shipping, and then some certification, and then the custom and stuff like that. Everything is pretty expensive. So that's why we're only focusing in the mainland China, and also China, it's kind of gray area for crypto, so we can use like the NFT way to launch an NFT, and then like people to buy an NFT in China, because our audience are Chinese. Our audience are people from China, are those population. So we kind of use the Web2 way, to call, because I do have a connection with some of the restaurant, and then the bar, stuff like that. So that's what we mainly that's what we do for distribution, because I think distribution is the hardest part for everyone, because everyone has their connection with the upstream, can easily make the product, but just the distribution part is one of the most challenges. And oh wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, my earphone just out of battery.
It's all good. Yeah. Thank you. And yeah, and I think that would be also the great time we have a final thought, because I was saying actually today is a very one on the good time. Thank you everyone hosting. Yeah, please ready your bottom and just make a final thought. How about Betty start first? Are you bought any bottle around you? You seem to pretty empty your background, but I'm sure you're ready. So any final thought? And also like if you want to do like the final promote, like where people find you, I'm happy to let you have a final put it.
Sure. I'll show off our bottle. I'm really proud of the art. Like, it's been fun to explore different ways to create art and translate that into physical products. So this is a single barrel wheat whiskey aged a little bit over 2.5 years, American oak barrels. And it's actually, I'm not a big whiskey drinker, but I am a fan of this whiskey. So you can get it at 288spirits.com. And I guess my final thought, I think that traditional alcohol marketing kind of follows a pretty standard playbook that's like based around celebrity and mass production. And unfortunately, the product is usually the least important part of the equation. So Web3 has given 288 Spirits a chance to kind of rewrite that playbook. And our goal is to find unique, high quality spirits that match the detail and care we put into the art and the lore and the packaging of our digital and physical collectibles. And so instead of kind of hiding the supply chain, we're really proud to highlight our craft distillery partners. We get high quality spirits. Our distillery partners get marketing and distribution to a new audience, and our consumers get truly rare collectible spirit product with provenance built on the blockchain. So would love to have you all become a 288 gang member at 288spirits.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. So the next person, maybe we can start up. Bryce, can you mute your mic?
Yes, I'm back.
So next person showcase. Mutant Bear, are you have a bear around you, or do you want to make a final thought?
Yes, I think 1 second.
Will you able to show this?
Yeah, I think I have one here.
The pressure.
I was just going to say, oh, she got it.
Well, that's because of the background. I'm not sure, but yeah,
I love it.
I can see
that's our
some.
beer. So, well, if you want to see more photos, you can go to our Twitter. So my final thoughts are simple. I think we need more Made by Apes projects. I think we need more spaces to share stories and more people to get close to what NFTs are and how you can use your IP to build something not only digital but physical too, and how you can combine both. So that would be it.
Well said. Thank you so much. Sep Sauce, you want to pull up? Is he frozen or am I frozen?
I think he's frozen.
Okay. All right. Let's kick it over to XX. Are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Do you have a bottle you want to pull up on screen?
Sure.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll do a quick little time travel.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you all so much, Popil and Blue and NFT Hoarder, for putting this together. It's great to see all these brands that have been grinding through this process, and giving a chance to highlight the hard work that everybody's doing is really special. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, so SS ready? Show
Yeah,
your
just
bottle.
our beer, and then we have the QR code you can scan to our website, and then there's like a storyline on there, and then also we're gonna have our small game, and then you can play later this year, and then yeah, that's it. And then so next year our launch gonna be opened up in Beijing, China, and then it's the most crowded place in China, in Beijing, and then let me do my best to collect all our Made by Ape items out there, and then yeah, I'm really excited about that, and then.
Still Gary going to be people. I see what he tried to go out with it. Oh, I know what you're doing. Oh, thank you, XS. Sorry, I'm just laughing. So, Sir Gary, are you ready?
Yeah, I got some bottles. I got some GM. I got some GN. I got some Ape.
You're making Popo thirsty.
Robot bottles. I got some Doge vodka.
I need it.
I'll get your bottles ready. I'm like, all right, I better. Where are they? They're around here somewhere. But
I
yeah, no, thank you guys. I'll use my time to just thank you guys for putting this together. It's an incredible tool for, kind of bringing Made by Apes projects to the space, getting people, both exposure, but also, queuing the community and onto some of the just incredible builds that are happening in across sectors in alcohol and in everywhere else. And, I know I speak for everyone on the stage, but, thank you guys for putting this all in place. It's, it really helps everyone get to the next step.
Yeah,
So.
I definitely feel the life space is really improving between products and the idea and the storyline. I love the idea to having you guys back again. Hopefully next time we can share more deep. So the next person will be Ape Wine. And are you ready your bottle?
Yeah, of course. I've always got a bottle near me. So yeah, this is my little closeout. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that we have developed an app that can read your specific bottle with technology that's inside of each specific bottle, and it'll take you to the provenance of your bottle and take you directly to your NFT, which will show the provenance of when you claimed it, when you burned it, when it was created, and all that stuff. So that's one of the big things that we're doing with ApeFine.
Sorry if I missed it. Is that a QR or what? How does it take you to the app?
There is an NFC chip in each bottle with its own link. So if you have bottle 30 of 1,000, it'll take you to NFT 30. And right now, the way that works is that it's going to be the members only token, which will get you access to all the other wines in the future, as well as our events and all that stuff. But after that, we're going to do a soul-bound token so that you can only transfer it and not sell it. So that if you get a rare red wine, you get 90 of 1,000 bottles. Once you burn to claim or redeem the bottle, you'll get the artwork of the wine, and then that'll be sold down to your account unless you transfer it because you bought it for a gift or something like that. So you can always prove that you have ownership of the wine even after you claim it. So that's one of our big authentication things that we're working on. And
we need to do one more time series, just all focus on the tech, the wine side, how to make wine, focus on already. We should just talk about more tech side. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, hearing everyone here, it's of course we're like doing tech, you know, like hearing Sailor Gary like having the perfect distillery, you know, like he's him coming from a science background, like of course it makes sense. Like why else would we all be doing this? You know, like we're interested in the technology and how it can relate to the future of these kind of sales. And I got to say to everyone here, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have done this before, but this is my first time owning an alcohol business. It is not easy. Like they're trying to keep us out of it. So, you know, there's a lot of red tape, and you know, if they don't understand something, they just want to say no, you know, stuff like that. Like, oh no, you can't do that. But we're fighting for it. We think that it's the future. We think that it's going to be the norm. So we're prepping to be in the right space at the right time for when everyone does collectively decide that this is the future. So that's what we're doing. Right now, you can mint your own Apevine membership that comes with a free rosé. So if you get apevine.co, you can go there, mint your Apevine membership for 0.045. DM me with any questions. I'm always around, and yeah, let me know how I can get you to become an Apevine member.
Awesome, thank you. And yeah, so how about we just take a final screenshot and then end of the space. Ready your bottom, and then I will count 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you, and happy to have you guys back again, and happy Wednesday. Thanks, come join again our BoredIn live stream, and awesome today.
Thanks for
Thank
coming,
you.
everybody. Great
everybody.
job.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.